we're going to continue to jumpstart our maintenance process. In today's video, we are going to speak about the industry, the manufacturing, and the maintenance business unit. What do we mean by each one of them? So simply as we are used to, and we have some perceptions in our minds and in our culture that reflects the meaning of the word. So when we say industry, we need to return to the definitions of the industry. So the industry, as we see here in the definitions from the dictionary, the Cambridge Dictionary, that companies and activities that make certain proceeds to produce goods, or it is people and activities involved in certain type of business. So it should not be a pure producing goods, or it is something that is produced and available in large quantities and makes a lot of money. This could be software, this could be tourism, this could be many things else. So if we go to the North American Industry Classification System, which is applied officially in the USA, in Canada, and Mexico. So in North America, that's the standard that defines what is industry. It separates the economy into 20 sectors and 100 and almost 1,000 industries. So each of these 20 business sectors or economy sectors is having some or group of industries underneath it. So industries are part of the economy sectors. One of the economy sectors, as defined by North American Industry Classification System, is the manufacturing. So manufacturing is one of the subsectors of the industrial system and of the economic system. One of the sectors of it is the manufacturing. Okay, and the manufacturing is having underneath it some industries like plastics, metals, papers, beverages, and many other industries in the manufacturing. Manufacturing mainly is defined as the transformation of goods or the transformation of material from one form to another form to produce sellable goods. Okay, so that's mainly the definition of manufacturing. But there are other economic sectors under the definitions of the North American system of economics. You can find that one of the sectors is agriculture. There is the other one is the mining. You have the retail. You have the transportation. All these are sectors. There is also another sector which is called the professional, scientific, and technical services. These professional, scientific, and technical services, it includes the human capital. Any industry or any in business that's having a human capital, like the lawyer offices, like the engineering services, like the agriculture service. It's usually advertising agencies. It's usually a service that is human, having a human capital or human intensive. It's having a lot of human work in it, like the lawyer offices and the engineering services and so on. It depends on the human capital, not on the manufacturing or not on the equipment capital. So if we are mainly in our work, we are running after understanding the maintenance. So why we need to bother ourselves by understanding what is industry, what is economy, what is business, and so on? We cannot separate them. Maintenance is a process or a service within a certain industry. Okay, so when maintenance is part of an industry and industry is a part of a sector of the economy, like the manufacturing sector of the economy, we cannot separate maintenance in a nutshell from how it is or where it is performed. So maintenance is part of the business. So you need to understand the business of your company to understand maintenance. Otherwise, you will be speaking a different language. Otherwise, you will be singing a different tone. And otherwise, you will not be enjoying the group of the other processes in the organization or the company you are working, and they will not be enjoying the maintenance because it is singing a different tone. So we need to understand maintenance as a business unit, as part of the businesses. So any business unit is producing a value. So maintenance should produce a value to the organization, like all the business units of the organization. So we cannot escape it. In ISO 9001, which is the update on 2015, it changed the focus to be on the objectives. And these objectives of each process or each service within the organization should have objectives aligned with the strategic direction of the organization. If we are speaking about the manufacture sector, which is the transformation, physical transformation of an input to generate in a good. Okay, this sector especially needs a lot of maintenance because it is involved with a lot of equipment, and the equipment needs maintenance. There is no other sector that does not need maintenance, but you can see that maintenance is extensive in the manufacturing process or in the manufacturing sector, because it involves physical transformation of goods into a new product that is sellable. And this production of goods and this transformation is done using the assets. So the assets, as defined by the ISO 55000, which some people call it the ISO of maintenance, it defines the asset as anything that the organization owns and uses to produce the product it produces. Ramesh Gulati has a nice definition in this, that asset is an item with potential value that an organization owns and has a use for it to create a value and has the responsibility to care for. So you can consider yourself as an asset of your organization. The software you are using and owned by the organization, or even rented by the organization, or any equipment used or rented by the organization, any building, the land itself, the logo, the slogan, and so on. All these are assets. Some assets are tangible and some assets are intangible, but they are of great value to the organization. Okay, so we need to understand business to understand maintenance, because the maintenance is working within the manufacturing sector itself. It's working within the industry itself. So you cannot separate maintenance from the industry. So to have just an understanding of any manufacturer unit, how is included, we are going to see this in a simple image. I'm going to increase this image for you so we can see it clearly and speak about it for a minute. So simply any manufacturing, you say that in the manufacturing sector, we are having some industries like the metal industries, the plastic industries, and any other industries, and we transform some input into a physical output. To perform this, the mainly part in the focus is the production line. So it receives some raw material and prepare it and then process it and then produces an output that is packaged and then dispatched. But production cannot work alone. It needs some utilities for the production. It needs electricity, electrical power, or whatever, any other driving power. It needs some liquids. It needs some gases, and liquids and gases and utilities with the production are not going to work alone. There should be some maintenance for the equipment. There should be some transportation, some quality control, some safety, some stores, some purchases. Okay, that's all. These are called services or processes. I had put outside of this the HR, the finance, sales, and marketing, because most of the time these services are linked more to the top management. All these parts need to work together in harmony to be able to produce a sellable product that is of quality, that is of price, and that is beneficial to the organization to make profit. Again, there's no business without a return and a profit, and that's what we are going to see in the coming video about the business.